Hi there. I just want to show off this game I've been working on for the past couple of days. It's sort of a retro shooter mixed with survival horror sort of thing. I don't really know. It's a weird mix, but I think it'll work out quite well. Um, I want to get it done by the end of June, and it'll be releasing for free on itch.io on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Um, yeah, I just wanted to do a devlog series to sort of show the game off a bit, get some feedback and just have the development of it logged so, if people like it, they've got something to look back on how I was making it. Um, yeah, so without further ado, let's show off what I've got. So the first day was just getting movement in, making sure that felt good, and just was everything it needed to be for this type of game. Um, and I'm happy to say, for my first attempt at this sort of thing, I'm really, really pleased with it. It feels great just to sort of jump around and even just move. Uh, these type of games, movement is essential. I mean, movement's essential in just about any game, but in a retro shooter, there's quite a specific type of movement, and it needs to be tight. It needs to be finely tuned. It needs to be fun just to move around. And yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that right, and I like it. So I assume it's good. Um, so yeah, there's a bit of camera tilt when you go left or right. Just sort of makes you feel faster, even though you're not going any faster by doing that. It feels it. Um, we've got jumping, and obviously that means bunny hopping. I don't know how well you can sort of tell on this video, but it's there, and it's responsive as well. You might have just seen it there. I jumped off the side of the map, but managed to before I fell, uh, get back. It's responsive. You can quite quickly change direction, and yeah, it should feel good when in combat. But I've not gotten around to adding enemies in yet, but it should be good. I'm quite confident in it. But yeah, speaking of the combat, while I don't have enemies, we have weapons. There's four of them in the game, just with this sort of short development time and the amount of features I want to do. Four weapons seemed good. I can easily add more, but maybe I'll do that in an update after the fact. But we'll get to them one by one. But the first one that you'll start the game with is the pickaxe. It's your sort of run-of-the-mill melee weapon you get at the start of the game. If you run out of bullets on everything else, you go back to this. It's short range. You know you've got to get relatively close. I still need to tweak the range on it a little bit, but yeah, you've got to get quite close to things. It's gonna have very low damage. But you can swing it quite quickly, so it's not terrible. In the first couple levels, you might be able to get away with using it, but I'm gonna try to get a gun in your hands relatively quick. Um, Now, naturally, with it being a horror game, that's gonna need some sort of design and tweaking to make sure the game is still scary. But I've got some tricks up my sleeve that I'm not gonna reveal just yet. But yeah. But speaking of guns, the first one you're gonna get is this revolver. Most sort of retro shooters seem to have a sort of magazine-fed gun. I don't really know the name of them as the pistol, but I want to do something different, and with a sort of 1920s aesthetic I'm going for, a revolver seemed to fit quite nicely. Um, so with all weapons, including the pickaxe, you can hold right-click and aim. It's just a FOV, shift. It's not going to have any actual iron sights, but it's a nice enough effect. It just sort of helps you see what you're shooting at. Um, Thing is, every gun has bullet spread, and obviously the further away the target, the harder it is to hit. Um, the revolver specifically, the bullet spread's not too bad, though the range of it is, not amazing, and the damage isn't going to be too great. But with it being your first weapon, it's mainly just a sort of fallback thing, or just for the first couple levels of the game. Uh, when you run out of bullets, it obviously goes to the next best weapon you have. But the fun begins when you get the Tommy gun. This is your sort of fully automatic weapon that you're gonna really be using for most of the game. Um, don't know why it changed there. That's a bug I'll have to fix. But there's a lot of ammo. It fires fast. The damage per shot won't be too high, but with the fire rate and how many shots you're gonna be firing, and the bullet spread, being about what you'd expect, it should melt lower enemies, but by the time you get one of these, you'll mainly be dealing with, you know, harder enemies that'll take longer to kill. And the final weapon is the shotgun, or the super shotgun or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it the double barrel in this because it's the only shotgun we have. Um, yeah, it's big, it's meaty, it's powerful. It fires multiple bullets at once. The bullet spread is decent actually, and the damage per shot is going to be quite high. Basically, use this thing, you'll melt whatever you're looking at when you push the trigger. But I'm planning for ammo for it to be quite rare, so balance it out a bit. Yeah, this one was actually the first gun I put in, and I'm happy with it. It feels good to shoot. It's meaty, as I think I've said that. It's everything you'd expect a super shotgun to be, or a shotgun, or whatever it is in a retro shooter. Um, Once I get enemies in and I can sort of tweak the damage, that's when I'll really have a good feel for it. But just the animations and the impacts and such, it feels good. So yeah, those are the weapons. As I said, I may add more, but for now, 4 of them, it seems like a good mix. And as you can see down in the bottom left, there's hotkeys for all of them. At the moment, you can't scroll through them with the scroll wheel, but I will add that probably tonight. I just wanted to get the devlog out of the way before I sort of got to work today. But the other thing I've been working on is item interaction. You've probably seen all these boards. So all these wooden planks block your way. Obviously, you need to get through. So you can, by pressing E, sort of pick the boards up. Press E again to drop them. Or if you aim and press E, you can throw them. That's one way to clear these. You can just take them down and walk right through. If that's not as fun though as taking a super shotgun and blowing them to smithereens. Takes a bit of ammo, but I mean, it's satisfying. And obviously, if you break them in half, you can pick up the different, bits of it, and yeah, that's always, a fun little feature. Tommy gun as well. You can melt them with that, and well, I don't have any ammo for it. You can do it with the revolver and the pickaxe as well. This is pretty much the only thing you'll probably use the pickaxe for later on, because ammo will be scarce, but there'll still be boards. I'm considering doing different types of boards, sort of metal ones that you can't break, you have to pick up and take down. But for now, wooden boards, they're fun. I like them. It's just fun to break them, and if you can't tell by how many times I've said it, fun is something I want, it's a common theme throughout this game. Even though it's a horror game, it should be scary. I've got to fit that shooter DNA in there, and that means it has to be fun. I think I can get a good balance, but as I say, we'll see. But it's not just wooden boards and the broken halves of it that you can pick up. You can pick up other things like lanterns to sort of light up dark areas around you. I don't know the exact lighting for everything yet, but there's a light source on this, and you can move it around. You can throw it. You can even shoot at it, and it will move. It's more fun with a super shotgun. Everything is more fun with a super shotgun. So yeah, that's just what I've got so far. As I say, this is only 5 or 6 days in, and yeah, we're getting into the sort of big side of things now. So the main systems, the enemies in combat, the levels, the art, and getting just everything polished now. And that's when we'll start to see everything come together. And I can't wait to show that off in next week's devlog. It is just me working on this, so all the art, animation, everything you'll see is me. But yeah, this has been an interesting devlog to record. This is about my 20th take. I'm glad I've got it right. If you guys want to see more, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter. You can go to my website, which will just be in all that'll be in the description. I don't need to say any of it. And yeah, I'll be posting devlogs on this every Monday. At least that's what I'm planning. And yeah, leave a comment on whatever you think about it or whatever, or tweet at me, message me. I don't care. Do whatever. And I'll see you guys next week with the next devlog.